Woodland or forest photography, it's pretty difficult to do, especially because of the chaos of the forest. But right now, when autumn is on the end and all the leaves are on the ground, not on the trees, it's a pretty good challenge if you are a landscape photographer. It's a difficult thing to do to achieve some interesting shots. So it's gonna be interesting, but this is what landscape photography is all about: the ability to photograph in every situation and to come back with at least one good photo. Paying attention to detail doesn't necessarily mean to look at the smallest details. Even this tree that is kind of resting on another tree, this can also be an interesting detail and can form an interesting shot. It's just a matter of you being open to see what nature has in store for you. I think I found my first shot, and it's about that tree that I shown you in the previous shot, that is kind of leaning on this tree that is still vertical. And I'm going to use the trail as a leading line that will basically take your eye into the frame toward that gap between those two trees. In a shot like this, even though there is no sun outside, you have a certain glow or glitter or shine on the leaves. So having a polarizer filter, it's an absolute must. So I guess it's time for me to move on and to search for other frames. This first one I really liked, but I think there is more to offer, and the forest has many more things that we can photograph, even though the leaves are not on the trees.
Figure out a little more sleep just might do you well. Give it a try.
You may be wondering why I photograph in forests so much. Well, first of all, there are a lot of forests around where I live, so it's the most obvious choice for me. But also I think that it relates heavily on my culture, my passion, my preferences in terms of visuals, if you want. And this, I think, it's something that happened to me when I was a child, and my grandma used to read to me a lot of folklore stories. And many of our folklore is revolving around different forests. The forest, for example, the forest of gold, the forest of silver, the forest that it's 100% snowing all the time. So it's I think an echo from my childhood or an echo from my past. But I feel at home when I'm photographing in forests.
All my inspiration ran off to who fucking knows. I really should get to sleep now. I have to work from morning till late night, driving a truck up and down the I-5 corridor, up through the Cascades. To get coffee and then making my way down to bed.
Another thing that you can do when you want to photograph the forest in a moment like this in late autumn, when I told you the leaves are not on the trees anymore, is to find a stream of water, because you get to obtain a point of interest that looks really interesting, and it's really It's a really nice way to emphasize the leaves on the ground. The flow of the water will help you lead the eye, so you'll have a leading line, you'll have something of interest, something beautiful to look at. So we are searching for a stream of water right here where I showed you those images. It's not that easy to photograph, it's also not that spectacular, but mainly the problem is that it's not that easy to photograph. So I will go up and find the place from where I can shoot safe. This is the first thing that I'm thinking about. Whoops. To shoot safe.
Bone bridge with low action and some nylon strings. She sang like a choir of angels when I was strong. Took her home right away to try and lay down some tracks. I got a call from a friend I haven't heard from in a few years. He moved to Tokyo with his wife and kid and has plans to move to Alaska. One time when we were kids, we tried to run away down to the Florida coast. His dad caught us, took his keys and drove my ass home, and that's the last time I saw him.
Let me show you something here. These tracks are hoofs of black goats, wild goats. So this is a place from where they come and drink some water. Of course that there is absolutely zero chances for us to see them because they are very sensitive, and whenever they feel that something or someone is closing in, they run away. This is going to be the place from where I'm going to shoot the last photos of the day. It's almost 4 o'clock, and at 4:30 it kind of gets dark in the forest, and I have about 1 hour and a half to turn back, and I know that I'll come back into the darkness, but so this is the reason for which these are the last photos of the day. I will photograph in that direction because I like the darkness of the forest and the light at the end of the leading line, and also over here because I really like the light that it's coming from above. There is a clearance in the forest, and that is why I think it looks absolutely great. Right now I'm photographing behind me, and what I want to show you again, because I know for sure that I told you in another vlog, is that you need to learn how your camera interprets light and how the sensor interprets light. This is the photo right inside the camera, and once again, once you learn how to see light and once you know how to evaluate light in terms of stops of light, then you will have the chance of getting great shots right inside the camera. This was it for today, and I'm pretty sure you saw some interesting images, and I show you how you can do some photos in a forest that it's not that interesting when you first look at, mainly because of the leaves that are falling down. This proves that every day it's a good day for landscape photography, or every day it's a good day to photograph if you know how to exploit light and exploit the subject that is in front of you. So if you're here for the first time, please consider subscribing to this YouTube channel for more similar videos like this. And until the next video comes up, please keep on photographing. It's the only way that you can get better. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.